Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Hope everybody's doing well. Literally, it's 3 minutes away from being 12 o'clock. So sorry, I'm late. Sorry, I had you guys and girls wait this long, but I literally just got finished watching AEW All In. Literally, like no joke. It was pretty good. Literally, Daniel Bryan and Adam Cole are all elite now. Like they're all elite. Like it's it's about to be lit in all elite. And I think the days of WWE are numbered because of this. So uh this is bad news for WWE. But how's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing quite well. Um, I'm doing quite pretty good. I'm doing pretty good myself. Um, I think this was one of the best weekends I've ever had. All in was just finished up, but also a loaded week of college football. So, uh, any Georgia fans in here today? Any Clemson fans? Any LSU fans or Alabama fans in the house? Well, if you are a Clemson or LSU fan, oh boy. I mean, I live in Georgia, so I'm also not only am I a LSU fan, but I'm also a Georgia fan too. So I guess I'm happy and disappointed all at the same time because my Georgia Bulldogs won, but my LSU Tigers didn't. And that kind of sucks. You're probably wondering, oh, well, why are you a fan of two teams? Why not just one? That's just how it is. You know what I mean? So I guess I have to show my home state some pride and some respect too. So come on in. I mean, oh, on today's stream, we're going to be talking about one of the most famous incidents in professional wrestling. I know you all are quite familiar with this incident. This incident is simply entitled the Montreal Screwjob. Uh, this incident happened well over 20 plus years ago. It happened it happened in November of 1997. I would have been 7 years old or turned 7 years old that summer. Um, and I have my notes right here in front of me, so I would like to, if I get a chance, I would love to share with you the Montreal Screwjob and just kind of take you through all the events that occurred or the event that led up to the screw job, and we're gonna go from there. So let's get started, shall we? The Montreal Screwjob. As we all know in wrestling, mistakes are made on the battlefield. I believe when you make a mistake, you should be held accountable for it. Vince McMahon is one of the most well respected promoters there is in wrestling. But for this particular issue, he lost respect for a lot of people. Bret Hart being the main one. On this night in Montreal in 1997, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels did battle for the World Wrestling Federation title. When Shawn Michaels put Bret in his own sharpshooter, that's when the controversy took place. This is simply known as the Montreal Screwjob. Today, I will be talking about this incident and how it led to Bret Hart's hatred towards Vince McMahon, plus the event that led us to to Montreal. So let's do it. First issue, or first, I'm going to start with basically the obvious. Um, Bret Hart's hatred towards Vince. As we all know by now, Bret Hart has a long line of hatred towards Vince McMahon going back to the 90s. According to RingsideNews.com, pro wrestling fans are well aware of the long-standing hatred WWE Hall of Famer Bret the Hitman Hart had towards Vince McMahon. Hart was one of the top pro wrestlers in WWE back in the 1990s, but the company simply couldn't pay his absorbent salary anymore. This led to Bret Hart making his way to WCW, but his run in the company was far from memorable. While speaking on his 83 Weeks podcast, Eric Bischoff discussed how Bret Hart was miserable and had to stand for several pro wrestlers in the business, and especially Vince McMahon. Bischoff noted that Bret Hart considered Vince McMahon as the Antichrist. Ooh. He wanted to kill Vince McMahon when I started. He wanted to kill Vince McMahon when I started working with him. He hated Shawn Michaels. He hated Ric Flair. He hated everybody in WWE. Probably not everybody, but a lot of people. He was miserable. Vince McMahon was the Antichrist until he got to go into the Hall of Fame. Then it's time to kiss and make up. Then Eric Bischoff was the Antichrist. Then Hogan was the Antichrist. He's so obvious, and look to this day, he's so obvious, and look to this day, I do respect Bret. Many aspects of Bret Hart as a performer. I still think I still think in the ring today, and I've said this before, I'm not going to change my opinion. Now Bret Hart and Vince McMahon's relationship has significantly improved as he went on to become a two-time WWE Hall of Famer. So Bret Hart, he did have hatred towards Vince McMahon in the 90s, as you well know. And it's actually documented not only on, as you just heard me read, on, 83, on Bischoff's 83 Weeks podcast, but it's also documented in a documentary that's on YouTube. I think, what's it called? Let me look this up real quick. Um, it's actually well documented that in terms of Bret Hart's history, it's called Hitman Hart Wrestling with Shadows. And in this documentary, he actually, you know, he he actually makes mention to the fact that he has hatred towards Vince. And then after this incident occurred, a couple days after this incident occurred, of course, many of you know Vince did the infamous Bret Screw Bret interview. And then the rest is history. And then this led Bret to WCW. And then his career there just just wasn't it just wasn't working out for him. So he just, of course, in '99, at the end of 1999, Bret Hart gets a career-ending concussion at the hands of Bill Goldberg, which forces Bret Hart to retire, and the rest is history. Look at him now today. Of course, many of you also know that he's also a cancer survivor. So, you know, the whole 9 yards. Final part of this video, and it's called Events That Led Up to the Montreal Screwjob. As we all know by now, the Montreal Screwjob took place over 20 years ago, is still being talked about today. But what nobody knows is what led up to the Screwjob itself. According to the Swarster.com, the big problem between me and Sean started right there. Bret Hart explained. He said, I appreciate that, but I just want you to know that I'm not willing to do the same thing for you. Then he turned around and walked out of the dressing room. I don't know anybody who would have ever said that to somebody that's offered to put them over. I reached out with, you know, like a peace sign, you know, Hart later informed Vince McMahon that he refused to lose the championship to Michaels, since the latter wouldn't return the favor. This caught the WWE chairman by surprise, and Vince later and Vince, and Vince later went went great lengths to convince Hart that he should leave for the rival WCW promotion, even though he had signed a 20-year contract with Vince in 1996. Of course, after this incident, Bret Hart would leave WWE for the rival WCW and soon retire. That is all for this week. Until next time, God bless. So there you have it, the Montreal Screwjob, basically in a nutshell. And for many of you who don't know, at around that time, well before and leading up to the Montreal Screwjob, Bret Hart was miserable. Bret Hart was a let's just say, I'm not going to use the word miserable. I'm just going to say Bret Hart really wasn't a very happy person. Um, he was physically beat. He was mentally fried. I mean, he just I mean didn't have I mean he was on the road consecutive days, like 365 days of the year, 265 days of the year, however long it is. And he just wanted to basically be himself. He wanted to spend time with his family, but Vince just wouldn't allow him that opportunity. And so he got mentally fried. He got mentally fried. And so he got it came a point in time where he wasn't a very happy person and he got frustrated. and he did not want to lose in his home country of Canada. So, and then of course we all know what happened. He threw a pitch fit, and from there he lost. So that's it. But anyway, guys and girls, that is all for me for this week. Of course, this upcoming Sunday, I'm going to have another video for you guys. And I'm not sure what I'm going to write about, but I'm going to be writing about something, and I'm going to let you guys know about it. And a quick announcement here that changes will be happening hopefully soon. I know this is a gaming channel, but hopefully soon I'm going to be getting a PS2 or even a PS1. And what I plan to do is do some, live streams of me playing WWE SmackDown, SmackDown 2. I have Attitude, I have Warzone. I think I also have 3 Extreme. So I guess I'll do whenever that is. Hopefully soon, I'll name it Let's Play, and then I'll just go from there. So big changes coming to the channel. So hope you stay tuned for that. And of course, guys, that's it for me. Of course, be safe out there. Of course, keep your distance. Make sure God is first in your life. And until next time.